Hello, my beautiful friend. I am in a great mood because I am going to a birthday party, Gunnar Pratt's first birthday party, and I think they're going to be filming it for The Hills. So maybe your boy will be on The Hills. It's a little exclusive scoop for everybody watching this video. I'm not going to mention it anywhere else. I'm also in a great mood because I got my cup of tea, which some people are annoyed when I drink tea on camera. And I got a candle burning. Things are great, and I've got extra juicy topics to talk about this Friday, starting off with some drama regarding James Charles, popular YouTuber, and Shawn Mendes, very popular singer, former Viner social media star who transitioned and made it big in the mainstream world. James has consistently left thirsty comments, let's put it that way, on all of Shawn Mendes' photos and even on his Instagram lives. Very sexual comments. On a recent Instagram live of Shawn Mendes's, James Charles, the beauty vlogger, said this: "Can you juggle me like that?" After the fact, fans claimed that at an event, I think it was at a, where was it? At a listening event? At some album secret session, that Shawn Mendes claimed that dude is always commenting weird blank on my posts and that he does not like James Charles. Let me break it down for you. Personally, I don't think there's anything wrong with leaving stupid, silly, playful, sexy-ish comments on Instagram. Like, I like your big buns in my hot dog. I mean, that's just stupid. James Charles was just being stupid. I don't think he was being hurtful. And it's not like it's the workplace. I mean, well, let me think about this. I mean, I've been guilty of doing that myself. I like to keep it honest and real. I've left comments like that. If I thought that somebody was bothered by them, I would stop making them. But I view them as just silly and playful and fun. And, you know, hot people more often than not like being told they're hot. And Shawn Mendes is very hot. Am I totally out of line here? Was James Charles? I could so relate to him on this issue. And, you know, I'm trying to be sensitive in the Me Too environment. It's also not real, meaning Shawn Mendes is not gay. And I don't, does that make things different? Like, heck, even me, like if I leave comments like that on heterosexual women's account, like I follow a lot of like really hot female models, and I'll say like, damn, I'll put like fire emojis or love booty on fleek or whatever, silly things like that. This is a good opportunity for me to learn and listen to you guys. So please, in the comments section below, let me know if me and James Charles doing this is inappropriate. Shawn Mendes actually does not think it's inappropriate, and he responded to James Charles saying the following. He sent him a DM. "Hey James, sorry about all this. I've never said I don't like you or that you make me uncomfortable. Your comments actually make me laugh and I love them. Hope you're all good." Wait, I just realized I was slightly off center and it was driving me a little bit crazy. This new phone is bigger and I've been a little off center for all my videos this week and it's driven me a little bit crazy. So anyways, Shawn Mendes thinks it's hilarious and he loves them. So I'm going to be making them regularly too. All right. I mean, I already do. But maybe not Shawn Mendes because he's so young. I just think them. All right, let's talk about another touchy subject. Bette Midler is in the news today over a tweet that she sent out comparing women to the N-word of the world. She clarified that that was a lyric from a John Lennon song that really resonated with her and stayed with her all these years later. And reemerged in her consciousness thanks to the Brett Kavanaugh hearings. Well, understandably, a lot of people, especially black women, felt very strongly in a negative way about Bette's tweet. Bette saw the response that she got and deleted it. I'm a man and I appear to be white. I'm not passable as heterosexual, I don't think. Could I pass as heterosexual? So I have a lot of privilege, perception-wise, and I have a lot of privilege. I am privileged. I am blessed. I own it. I accept it. I'm grateful for my privilege. I am. I understand what Bette was trying to say because I'm not a woman, and I think I understand, I've read, and I've been around enough to know that it is harder for women. I mean, in America, not even mentioning the world, women still earn less than men. Women still have it harder. Having said that, I would have expressed myself differently. I would have maybe given some more context. And then that initial tweet said, "Can't stop thinking about this John Lennon song. It sure seems relevant in this day and age." But I'm not going to crucify Bette Midler for that tweet, okay? I'm not going to scream white girl feminism over that tweet. People need to check themselves. If somebody's intentions are only to help, you can correct them, but correct them in a correct way, okay? Psst. Tea time. On to lighter news. According to reports, Brad Pitt was spotted getting very friendly with a new lady, a spiritual healer. It's not been confirmed if he is officially dating Hari Kalza. They were both at an event together. Another source is denying that they're together. But, you know, when Brad was dating that architect slash teacher, there were initial denials as well. And then ultimately that was confirmed, and then it just didn't work out. So I will just remain open to the possibility that this may be true. And I would love it if my Brad had a new lady. He deserves love. I deserve love too. We all do. Even Donald Trump. So hopefully that is true. Nicki Minaj scamming her fans. Yep. Nicki had promised a signed poster to anybody who bought her new album that debuted at number 2 through Tidal. It was a special Tidal promotion. Well, now, well over 6 weeks since her album came out. Was it 6 weeks or 4 weeks, actually? A while ago. Like, well over 4 weeks, let's just say to be accurate. 4 weeks after her album coming out, these fans still have not gotten their signed posters, and they are mad. In fact, they've been now alerted via email that they're going to have to keep waiting even longer for at least another month. That's no way to treat fans. If you didn't have your act together beforehand, if you didn't know for sure that this was going to work well, you shouldn't have done it. And you did all that, and you still couldn't come in at number 1. Bloop. All right, speaking of should not have done, I mean, I understand why they're doing this. Insurance companies, we pay insurance companies all this money, and then they don't want to pay up. But Kim Kardashian's insurance company is suing her former bodyguard, Pascal, for many reasons, but basically blaming him for Kim getting robbed and all her jewelry stolen in Paris. Hello, the family had ordered him to be with, I believe it was Kendall and Courtney. Pascal is the bodyguard's name. And they also claim that, he should have not let them stay where they were staying because the place they were staying didn't have good enough security. That's not his responsibility. If the client is saying, I want to stay there, it's not the bodyguard's place to say, let's stay somewhere else. The bodyguard is there to do one job, is to keep these people safe where they are, where they want to stay, in their homes. That was Kanye's home. It wasn't even a hotel. Kanye bought that apartment, according to what we know. So that's BS. All right. Speaking of BS, the city of Houston has voted to ban a robot brothel. I'm going to talk about this on the podcast. I don't see what the big deal is. It's not humans. They're dolls, literally blanking dolls. Why would you not want your city to make extra money from adults doing adult things? I mean, we're legalizing marijuana in California and other states, and we can't have doll brothels. I wouldn't use it. I think it's gross. I wouldn't even buy one. I'm happy with the old-fashioned way. But I see no issue with it, and I celebrate anybody and their quirks or kinks. I am very positive with regards to that, and it's a bummer that they said no to that. I'll take their money, lower my property taxes, whatever. Let's open up all the brothels around here that we can. All right, on to some more wacky news. Yesterday, Amy Schumer and Emily Ratajkowski were both arrested at a Brett Kavanaugh protest in Washington, D.C. Brava, ladies. I've always wanted to get arrested for something as fierce as that. Not for anything else. And thankfully, I've not been arrested for anything else. In other wacky news, alleged abuser, I don't like using the R word on here. I'm not sure if it's a word that triggers YouTube, R-A-P-E, alleged pissed. Steven Seagal was being interviewed by a very respectable news organization, the BBC Newsnight. He was asked about the allegations against him, and he stormed off. Bravo, brava to that journalist for her asking that question. You're an adult, and multiple women like Portia de Rossi, Juliana Margulies, and Jenny McCarthy accused him of harassment. And another woman has accused him of something much worse. You better be able to answer that question or storm off, or just don't do interviews, Steven Seagal. In similar news, Nicolas Cage has been accused by his estranged wife, Alice, of abuse. Physical abuse, claiming that he has mental health issues and is a severe alcoholic, and she is trying to get a restraining order against him. Ay, ay, ay. Speaking of abusers that have been alleged of abuse, I got to be very careful with how I word things. Amber Heard's team is fighting back against Johnny Depp over his denials of her alleged abuse. He spoke to the new issue of British GQ and blah, 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 blah. I don't even want to read. It's Friday. I don't want to read, but it's important, and I wrote about it. As always, my friends, I will have a link down below for you to read and hear and see more, so you can do that and read what her team is saying. And now Johnny's lawyers are claiming they're going to go back to court, and it's just such an ugly mess. Unfortunate all around. All right, speaking of messes, Asia Argento is definitely living up to her revenge tattoo that she just got and is seeking out revenge against Rose McGowan's partner. She's filed a police report in Italy against Rain Dove, the model who is dating Rose McGowan, claiming that Rain released private text messages between Asia and them, and also is Asia claiming that Rain has tried to destroy her reputation, and the police in Italy are said to be investigating. I said this when I spoke about it before. Revenge is a toxic pill. It will poison her. On to happier news. Ben Affleck is done with treatment in the inpatient capacity. He's finished his 40-day rehab treatment and also is at home, and his 22-year-old Playboy model girlfriend was seen spending the night. I think she's just as bad news as Pete Davidson is to Ariana Grande. In more rehab-related news, Wilmer, I'm going to say it in Spanish. Wilmer. Would it be a silent R? Latinos don't really pronounce the R. Wilmer is not a very common Spanish language name. Wilmer Valderrama continues to be a rock for Demi Lovato. He, according to reports, has continued to visit her in rehab, and that's just really awesome of him. Love Wilmer. Speaking of former couples, Audrina Patridge's ex, Corey Bowen, has officially gone to court requesting that they keep their daughter off the hills. Drama. Some film news. Chris Evans has confirmed that his final installment in Captain America will be in Avengers 4, which he just wrapped on. Personally, I would love to see Sebastian Stan as the new Captain America. And wouldn't that be authentic as to what happens in the comics? Doesn't his character become Captain America? Make that happen, Marvel. And finally, speaking of Marvel personalities, Chris Hemsworth says that he chose having kids over Hollywood. I read all that he wrote and I rolled my eyes. He's a big movie star doing big movies and making tens of millions of dollars. You did it all. You're doing it all. And speaking of kids, if you guys didn't see it, I posted the vlog of my daughter's first birthday and her very special present and the slightly traumatic thing that happened as well. Check that out in my personal channel on YouTube or wherever you're watching this, and have a great weekend, friends. You deserve it. Please hit the like button on this video. Help me out. Share this video and just stay the special superstar that you are. Mwah! I love ya.